Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're getting into day 4 of your season 44. A lot of 4s, Warships guide. So, guys, appreciate it. If you do throw in that code Chicken in the shop, if you're going to pick up instant training or anything else for the season. Also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're actually getting closer to 35K, which is closer to 50K, which might take, 5 years or so at this point. But appreciate it nonetheless. Those of you here that haven't subscribed, appreciate it if you hit that button. All right. So, we're rocking the same base, and today it's all been about just hiding, okay? So today we just want to hide. So let's take a look at the tech tree. Now what we did today was something I've been debating back and forth, and this is the big crossroads coming into 5ER and the middle of 4ER, right? Is what do we need to get in here? What's important? What's going to move us forward? What's going to move us back? What's effective? What's not? And you can see I did max out the Grenadiers. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I would suggest, unless you have a shot at getting to rank 19 or 20, don't get the boom cannons right away. Go for the bombardiers. Now, we have pretty good insight at this point that laser rangers are a mistake, rocket choppers are a mistake. Neither of those troops can clear effectively. The laser rangers die to the rocket launchers, and with the wacky spread out bases we've got, they just don't path very well. Apparently, now I haven't used this, so I can't say for sure, but apparently what's good is Grenadiers and Bombardiers. Bombardiers by themselves, critter launchers, they're still going to freeze them up, they're still going to lock them up. So you bring in some Grenadiers to deal with those and to help with the mines and that kind of thing. Apparently that's what's working right now. Now, can't sign off on that 100%, but we know for a fact rocket choppers are not the way right now, and laser rangers will probably come in at some point during the season, so if you get them first, because you want to try them. It's probably not the end of the world, but that's what I'm leaning towards right now is get to Bombardiers first, then figure out what we need to do. I'm most likely going to go Bombardiers, Boom Cannons, 5ER, Kavan is what I'm thinking right now. And then we want to move forward to get that troop damage. That'll be the next point probably after that. So a lot of stuff to go over. So Grenadiers. Now, at first, I could have had max Grenadiers a lot earlier than I did. I could have got them way earlier on yesterday, but the thing was I lost maybe, 10 attacks in a row trying to get my chest with heavies and Zookas. The problem is Zookas are out. They're out of the game. They're out of the the meta. They're too slow. They're too weak. They just end up fizzling everywhere. So my original plan was to keep the Zookas, not upgrade the Grens, grab the Bombardiers, and then pour my points into the rocket launchers. But it just ended up being the smarter decision overall to, kind of maintain our rank with the Grens. Now, if the Grens were on like an off node like this, I would not get them because the keys for them to do what they do right now, for 30 keys, that doesn't really make sense. But we have to get them anyways, okay? We have to unlock them. So I think for right now, it actually does make sense. I was back and forth on this a lot today, but I think it actually does make sense to max them out just to survive for now, and then especially if we're going to be using them with Bombardiers in a little bit, that's going to be huge. So aside from that, we haven't gone back for the troop health. We're still moving forward at a pretty good clip. And yeah, not... well, I guess we can upgrade those sniper towers, eh? Because we're still going to be 2 chests from Doodlers, so I don't see a reason not to do that. It's just going to give us a little more damage, a little bit more health. So why not just do that for right now? Now, I'm still using the same base. The problem with this base is it's a little bit open for Grenadiers. So, I mean, what we could do... I could move them over. But I don't know. I'll throw up some bases that I think are good. But yeah, we can actually just take a look at the leaderboard and take a look from here. This guy's crushing it, Mr. Dry Sea. Let's see what he's got. So yeah, a lot of guys did this. They switched to the amp. Actually, I might do this right now because I basically have that tech. So again, I don't know if this is going to work. But for right now, let's give it a try. I don't think that's where we want him. I think we want him kind of over where that mortar is. More so in that area. So let's give that. Let's move you up here. Let's give that a shot. Okay? Okay. Let's just go into it. I don't know if this is going to work. I have a feeling it's not going to be great, but Yeah, I think the amp is better with the... Well, actually, with the boom cannons, it doesn't make sense because they're going to one-shot everything anyway, so... I don't know. But at this point, we're not really pushing. I'm just doing this for you guys just to experiment. I'm just waiting for bombardiers. That's what I'm really going to go hard next. And we've just simply been chest collecting. This will be interesting. This is the exact base that I just had pretty well. He's got... he doesn't have a rocket anywhere else. You know what I'm going to do is... I'm going to launch him in from this side. You know what? Grens move fast. I like 7 Grens and 1 medic. We need that extra damage with them. To go 6 and 2 with level 1 medics, I feel like doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, I mean, the good thing with the Grenadiers, and, you know, here we go using Grens after last season, right? God, I hate these troops. But the thing with the Grens is they move fairly quick. And, you know, for these cluster bases, they should be fairly decent. So... yeah, we'll see what we can do here. How much is that going to hurt? Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get a shock in here just because I don't like how those mortars are targeting us. I don't think we lost any. We lost 1. Trying not to do that. Let's go like that. And really the only thing we're looking at here is the rocket launchers. That's the only thing that's going to give us trouble. So maybe we can go ahead and shock down there. Just for fun. And once we take down that critter launcher, then I'll use more Everspark. She does get pretty good value with the Grenadiers because she'll keep all of the single target stuff that comes in range off them. But obviously we don't want to be targeting critter launchers. Critter launchers against the Grens can be, you know, devastating because if one of them gets on top of your Grenadiers, then the rest of your Grenadiers will just simply take them all right down. Let's flare them over this way. I didn't flare. Let's move them like that. I don't like how spread out they are. We want to keep them always together. You do have to move them around a little bit. This stuff should go down fairly quickly here, hopefully. Okay, there we go. And then in terms of damage, the closer you flare them to stuff, the better typically they're going to do. So we'll do that right now. Opponent has retreated. That's great. Hey, the amp base, right? The amp base. Okay. So, let's do that. And then let's move them over here. And I don't know what we want to do. If we want to, I think I'm going to shock. I think that'll get us better value because the critters will get a little bit of damage, kind of micro thing. But you see, the stuff does go down a little bit faster when the Grens are closer. Not by like a huge deal. But we almost got that second engine in the back taken out too. That's how far they overshoot this. So, boom, there we go, 140. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's see how we did against our new damage amp base. Oh, he went heavies and Zukas. That's actually cool because without the what's it called, the sky shield, our critter launchers are wide open to getting shocked. I should actually move them around a little bit. But yeah, those rockets, they're packing a punch. They are packing a punch. I don't know if I want to move the critter launchers anywhere. I guess we'll move this one over here for right now. And maybe we'll move this one in the back. I just don't want them to be able to shock the rockets and the critter launchers. Maybe this will work. I don't know. If we win this one, I'm going to keep the video going a little bit longer because this could end up... We could stumble onto something decent here. But yeah, I think it makes sense to switch, get away from the Sky Shield. At this point, because everyone's using Grenadiers, so the Sky Shield literally does nothing outside of blocking, you know, a shock or two. But... you know, I guess we could use the Sky Shield and put rocket launchers underneath it, but I don't think we need to go to that route just yet. But the biggest thing, guys, get to bombardiers and then figure it out from there. All right, let's throw them all out like this. I like throwing them down on this side first. The only problem we're going to have is if the guy's doing the same attack and he does it faster. But at least this way... you know, we're not really going to take any damage, and we're going to take this rocket launcher out of the way. And like I mentioned before, Grenadiers, they move pretty quickly, so it's not like a big deal if they have to go from this side to the other side. They'll still, you know, I don't know, 10, 20, 15 seconds, something like that. I think it's really what it costs us in the long run. But let's see. So we got 2 rockets down here. For the most part, all of this stuff is going to be out of range, so we should move through this base pretty quickly. I just didn't want them, number 1, dealing with getting hit by the rocket launcher in the back, and 2, splitting and targeting it would have been disastrous, because as soon as your Grens start to split up and shoot at different things, that's when you're really going to slow down and run into a lot of problems. So, yeah. I'm going to shock this critter launcher just because we have the GBE for it. And see, look at that. That one's giving us some issues. I'm going to try to shock it. Okay, good. Yeah, so let's shock in the back here. Careful. Oh, just lost a handful of Grens. Yeah, so wait for that critter launcher to go down. Good news is we can shock it with that rocket at the same time. So that's going to be all right. We'll do the same over here. And then we can start to use some critters just to get some of the stuff off of us a little bit. We just got to get them to take down that critter launcher on the right, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be laughing. Kind of a weird spread here. I'm not really sure where to move them. I think what I'll do is I'll move them up this way. I know that rocket's there, but I think the medics can out-heal it for right now. And I'd rather have them all just kind of shooting down. Because you want to force them always in front of clusters of stuff, right? Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Get that machine gun down, and then we'll move. Because they're shooting at a pretty weird angle here. Let's go again. Okay, not the greatest hit, not the greatest hit. But let's see. Grenadiers, eh? God, I cannot escape these guys. Okay, let's just keep it going with the critters and stuff. He doesn't have any flamethrowers, so... our next flare, if we do it again, it's going to be to... it's too bad that engine wasn't closer, because then we would have clipped the other one. Okay, let's move them up way over here. They are going to kill some of those critters, but let's see if we can get a good time here. Oof. Alright, let's see. They kind of spread out weirdly, even though I formed them up nice. So yeah. When we're using Grenadiers, like, above a minute is, I don't know. 2 minutes is obviously more ideal, but oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. So maybe this is the base we needed to run all along. We needed to switch the damage amp. I don't know. Seems to be doing better because this guy does not have that many Grenadiers left. So you know what? Let's do one more attack. Let's do one more attack. I want to be sure that this is actually working before I bring it to you guys. But yeah, a weird day. Weird day. I wasn't really having any success today, so I was kind of just going to make a video more so talking about tech. But if we're onto something, press it while it's hot. Am I right? All right, let's dive into the next one here. Let's dive into one more. And I'm liking this base, guys. I'm liking this base. I mean, if it can stop heavies and Zookas, and if it can slow down the Grenadiers, then that's all we really need to be defending against at the moment. I don't know how it's going to do against bombers, but we're not high enough rank right now to keep to worry about that just yet. And you know, the other thing is, you know, I got some comments just today saying that, hey, what happened? Like, you fell in rank. Like, you know, are you doing really bad? Is like everything wrong? It's like, no, that's just, you know, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes in Warships. Not every day is a, you know, a peak valley day. The most important thing is to take the right tech path. And I believe that we are doing that. So, you know, there's going to be highs and lows within that, right? This guy's got 100% troop health. That's going to be interesting. All right, let's see here. But yeah, there's going to be peaks and valleys, right? There's going to be highs and lows, and some days are going to be better. You know, some days you have effective tech. Other days you're just collecting to get to that next thing. Now, sure, we could get into that, you know, rabbit hole issue we got into last season where we started just unlocking everything that was good. You know, grab a defense here, grab a multi-node there. Like, that'll put us ahead. Maybe that'll get us to the next rank. That's not really the best way to play. Usually what happens when you do that is you kind of just end up going nowhere. You don't rank up. And then you're into problems because then you're late to whatever the good stuff is. These Grens just do not want to, they just don't want to go the right side, eh? Alright, let's flare them over this way. Okay. Alright, so we got some rockets, we got a damage amp base too. So that's going to be interesting. We still got lots of GB. I'm going to shock over here. And I'm actually going to shock over there as well. And I think that's going to leave us with some shocks left in the right spot. But look at those rockets. They're doing some damage. I think max rockets are going to be really good. Alright, let's shock here in the middle now. I should have moved that over and clipped the critter launcher. Actually, I don't think it's in range. Ooh, this is going to be a problem. Watch this. Watch this. So here's why you don't want the critter launchers to ever target your grenadiers. See those guys on the right? They just, like, shot and killed. It didn't look that bad, but they just shot a bunch of their own guys. This is going to be just devastating. Look. Yeah. So they're just going to slowly kill themselves now that the critter launchers are on top of them. So the damage amp base, I guess that's the way to go. Let's go ahead and shock here. We might still have a chance of clearing this. If we do, it's going to be a really slow time. Grenadiers, they're kind of just like a poor man's laser ranger, right? If we could get this critter launcher down, we'd be laughing. Because that's the problem, is they're stuck on this and they're not hitting anything else. We got all the rockets down somehow. I'm not sure how. But we did do it. That Gren's got to get just one more shot in there, I think. This is why Grenadiers are just no fun. They're just no fun at all. They're so slow. There we go. Okay. All right, let's bunch them up here. Bunch them up. This is going to take forever if we're even going to be able to get this down. So, all right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. I think that gives you guys enough tools to, that was more kind of a live look at what we're doing, just kind of trying to figure it out on the fly, but it's not really a huge push point today. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of the bases, like the one I'm using is obviously not terrible, but I think we want to switch to the damage amp, get away from that sky shield a little bit as the Grenadiers are coming out to play. So we're actually, I think we're going to win this one if they ever take down that damage amp. Let's see, are they focused on the machine gun? I just want to make sure we don't lose this one. Let's flare them up in here. And try that. I mean, I guess I should have flared at the other one. So I think they're actually going to lose here. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I'm going to wrap it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you're doing it down below in the comment section. And, well, I guess we got to finish it now. They're so close. Let's see. Because we still have to get that other one. But if we get that other one, we might get two. So, okay, 20 seconds. It's not looking good. Can you guys do it? Can you do it? 15 seconds? I don't think so. Look at that one Grenadier. He got so close. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. Just depends how they shoot, I guess. 3, 2, 1. I hate them. I hate the stupid Grenadiers. Guys, thanks so much for watching. That's going to wrap it up today. We'll catch you in the next one. Chicken out. Back.